has account. We maintain some different departments, but common terminology is academic. Am I right? Where about your academic account? Okay, where about your academic account? So that account, whether you have that account, that one, then only you can create impact in the in your in the work you are going to take. Right? Started, sir. Right. So do you want to be successful in your profession? Am I right? So you know that to want to be successful in your profession means you want to be winners, right? So the work which you have taken today as a PhD, the ultimate end, there is no end at all. What is your limit? What is your limit? You know, sky is our limit, right? Sky is our limit hereafter. Those who have done PhD, after that you can go for PDF, and even you can go for higher studies and other things, and you may become the good researcher, so that you never quit. You never quit. So hereafter, so the common concept is winners never quit. And as you think that you are all winners, this is or not. So if you are the winners, winners never quit. But only one thing, quitters never win. So that's why you are going to do the research. If you want to do the research means, what is the impact of that research? That is the important thing. Research impact guide you should understand. For that purpose, you are coming here to learn something about how to go for good publications. So whether you want to create your impact means publication in the sense of your article, publication in the terms of your thesis. That's also a type of publication, right? That is a primary publication. Thereafter, that publication may have impacted in the society and other people will study. Is it? Do you know, Vairamuthu, the Tamil poet? Vairamuthu, still he is living, but so many PhD has been carried out on his workings, on his literary. Shakespeare, he has given out some impact in the society by means of poetry and drama. And so what happened? Now, so many research work has been carried out on the work carried out by him. So that while you complete some work means, what is the impact that you are doing to do? Start with your publication. Now, publication means, as I told you, that just you need not publication, but you should manage your publication. You should have an idea about how to manage your publication. When you manage your publication means, what I should do, sir? If it is a case, you have to manage your profiles. What is a profile I am talking about? You know, profile means just curriculum vitae. Is it the profile? Curriculum vitae, do you know that? Curriculum. I am not talking that. Resume, right? Curriculum vitae. And that is not I am talking about. I am talking about while you go for online as an author. Though you are a researcher, PhD scholar, but you are considered to be the author. While you are the author means you should have to maintain some profile in this online. And while you maintain your profile mean, then only you can measure your impact. How you made some vibration in the society. Is this or not? Once you have been there online, how much of the effect that you have created in the society, that should be managed and it should be measured. How to show your impact while you go for interview in future, after completion of your PhD, then when you go for job, there, how can you prove that your work is worthwhile? Topic will not have any impact. But what is the outcome you have created in the society? How many people have been benefited by your research? How can you show in the terms of data? When you go for Central University, they will ask some question to you. Come on, show me this data, this data. This data, I don't know. Then, yeah, this is the entrance gate. That is the exit gate. You can go. So what happened? You need some matriculation data, some metric data with the scientific principles, so that the people will believe that you are worthwhile, you are qualitative in your work. Then only you will be given appointment. You will be given the post. Otherwise, you will not be considered at all anywhere. Either you are going to work in an university or any college or research center, right? But only the things, no impact can be measured, taken into account while you go for tea shop. If any work in the tea shop means nobody can consider. So our aim is that always high. Is it or not? So developing your publishing strategy. So how can you develop this strategy? Now, impact means in what sense? Usage wise. Whether your work has been used by somebody else or not. How it is to be measured, downloads. How many people have downloaded your work? It is my duty, sir. I always download others' work and copy. That's not that. Once you have completed anything means you should be downloaded by most of the people and you should need the accounts, right? Data you need. How many people have downloaded and how many people have viewed your work and even peer review. What about the expert opinion about your work? The expert opinion, yeah, excellent work you have carried out. This is the milestone of the work in the field. In such a way, somebody should have to comment on your work, right? Comment means it's not don't show your work here after anybody. That is not type of comment. We need positive comment. Then citation. How many citations you have received? That's why I have already told you regarding that citation. Then new metrics, I have told alternative metrics. How many people have stored your information? How many people have got your link? How many people have, included yourself as a bookmark, your work? Then how many people have discussed about your topic? These are all the things are there in all. So for that, there are 3 generations of impact metrics. One is journal level metrics, another one is author level metrics, another one is author level, another one is article level metrics. So these are all covered in the unit 5A. Okay, that we are going to discuss. So for that, we have already discussed that. So major citation databases are available in the online. One is Web of Science, and it has 3 items, major 3 items, Science Citation Index. In the 1964, it was started by Thomson Reuters. It's also subscription based. Another index is Social Science Citation Index, 1972, and Arts and Humanities Citation Index. It's all joined together and has been termed as Web of Knowledge nowadays. What is that? Web of Knowledge. So we are subscribing. And one more is Scopus, right? One more is Scopus. And another as free is Google Scholar Citation. And Microsoft Academic Search is also freely available. Then CiteSeerX. These are all the sites in which you can go for measurement. Now comparison between 2 main databases. What are the 2 main databases? One is Web of Science and Scopus. And one thing, as I already told you, that in Web of Science around 14,000 journals are available. In Scopus, 32,000 journals are available. And in Web of Science, the journals of 14,000, among these 14,000, 12,000 are also covered in Scopus. Right? Only few 2,000 journals are now only in Web of Science. And Scopus 32,000, right? And this 32,000 means 20,000 purely Scopus. This 12,000 is joined together and becomes 32,000. So that whether you want to create impact means you should target always high. Don't go for predatory. Go for these journals. Okay, if you publish means just not publication, but you should maintain some profile. How it is to be maintained. Are you using e-resources? Yes. What type of e-resources are you using quite often? These are the things. Am I right? These are the things you are using. Articles, e-books, this. Okay. Do you want to be only user? Tell me. Only taker. You are always, your hand should be in this level or in this level. Right? Do you plan for this one? Or do you plan for this one? Come on, tell me. Right? Which one do you like? So what happened? Don't you want to be a main source of e-resource, or in other words, a creator of e-resources? So now we have been learned about of how we can publish. how you can go with that. But hereafter, how you want to be the qualitative one. Now, as I told that, as I already asked you, you have all bank account. Am I right? You have all bank account. Okay. Do you have world visibility account? Tell me. World visibility account. Do you have account in Google Scholar? No. ResearchGate? I know only our ArchGate. How can I about ResearchGate? Do you have account in Web of Science? Do you have account in Scopus? Do you have account in InfluentNet? If you have account in all those things, then you can say I am academic oriented, research oriented. Let me reveal the matter now. Okay, leave it. Do you have these IDs? Even I don't have a university ID. University ID is not issued. Student ID is not issued. You are asking about these IDs. What all the IDs are? Do you have RCD ID? Have you ever created RCD ID for yourself? You have. Very good. Google Scholar ID, ResearchGate ID. அப்பவே எங்க ஆத்தா சொல்லிச்சு மேற்கே சூலம் போகாத அதுல போட்டிருந்தது. இன்னைக்கு காலண்டர்ல மேற்கே சூலம் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்னைக்கு கேள்வி கேட்பாரு தெரியாம போச்சு. So researcher ID, Scopus ID, at least Vidwan ID. Do you have any ID? No ID. See, if you don't have this ID, after completion of your work, I mean PhD, you will be eligible to work only in the paddy field. That's all. Or any other fields. You cannot go for any higher level. So if you want to go for higher level, means I am talking practically. If you want to go in top level, means these IDs are needed for you. Am I right? Okay. Next. You can ask me why these IDs are needed, sir? To update your advancement every day, because documentation is a must. Documentation means RAC. When RAC comes, what are the works you have covered? Tell me. At that time, you run here and there to collect the data. No needed. If you maintain these profiles properly, there is no need. After this date to this date, fraction of second, you can download and you can meet everything. You are an RAC. And even to measure your development, we can measure our development. Am I improving or not? Now, valarrena illiya? Now, compliance apara sir valandirumen. That is not. I am talking about whether do you have any improvement in you as a research scholar, as a researcher. Then to compare your skill with other, when you go for interview, 30 people are attending. How can you prove that you are the number one among others? How can you say that? You can argue. So in central universities, you can find that so many people have applied for it. They will give scrutinizing list. Some mark they will provide. In this mark, your name is at the last. Why is that? This is because when you people are not following, that's why the people who completed in the central universities always on the top. Why it is so? Because unawareness. They don't know anything about top. You never concentrate on all these things. That's why even you apply for a assistant professor post or any post, what happened? While it is scrutinized your application, you will be the last at the last. And how can you expect that you should be given appointment? Why it is so? They have data, proper data. Data means just PhD completion. That's not necessary. That's only a paper. PhD completion is a paper. That's all. It is the paper to show your eligibility to apply for the post. That's all. It is not meant that you should be given appointment. Is it so? It's a small paper. Recognize that you have passed, but there is no guarantee of giving job. For that purpose, these IDs will show you that you can measure, you can compare with the other opponent, whether participants, that I am the best among others. So if you show this, your name will be on the top with the marking high. At this, not selection, at the application scrutiny itself I'm talking, then you have to prove inside your ability. So 2 stepping stones to be successful. First, you should understand your quality and measuring. How can we understand our quality and how can we measure it and how to update our accounts, right? So for that, we want to be the knowing about adjudicative tools of scientist. Who is a scientist? Overall scientist. யாருங்க scientist யாருங்க? Who is scientist? Huh? Who is scientist? What faculty, sir? What faculty? Science faculty people are having doubt whether I am scientist or not. See, you are the researcher, you will be the scientist in future, is it? So that you should know that. And what are the learning techniques and how can we handle these tools that we are going to. So for that, we should understand indicators for the research. Actually, whether you want to go for further as a research means the research scholar should have an idea what are the article level indicators, author level indicators, journal level indicators, and institution level indicators, right? So first, article level indicator means a high citation count compared to other articles in the same field published to around same time indicate that an article has been highly influential on the progress of the research in the field. That means your article should have influence in the society. It has some data. That data is nothing but a citation count. How many citations you have received during your studentship period itself. So you should not think that I will publish a article only at the time of submission of my thesis. Once you, even if you do so, what happened? Your thesis will be awarded after your publication is taken into account, but the citation will come only after 2 years. Try to understand. Within these 2 years, you should be in your kitchen room only. Nobody will consider, right? You are demanding dosa at the kitchen room, they will prepare dosa. That's all. So this is time period, embargo period for you. In this student period itself, you should start publishing at the beginning itself. At the time of your completion, you should have some measurement of citation count. This much of citation I have, sir, you should show. This is taken into scrutinizing while you apply for any job. Then the number of times known article has been cited by author, scholarly publication. How many topmost? That means what happened? You know, somebody popular articles. How many popular articles you have given? Then the citation count is a measure of impact rather than quality. It is not only saying your quality, but also it shows that impact. That means I have received one article. I have received 10 citation. Means what? I have produced 10 articles. On seeing my article, 10 people have published the articles. I have been the source of impact in the society. I've been the main sources to come out of those articles. I'm one of the sources. So try to understand. In such a way, you should have data. Okay, right? An article may be cited in order to refute its conclusion or an example of poor practice. So that any type of article, whether you have received a citation, means it shows that your quality as well as impact. Now let us come to the author level indicators. Okay, this is citation from article one side we are trying. Now, while you go for interview, they will ask you, what is your H index? H. The company was closed, H. That H company is, phone company, that means mobile company, closed. What? Everyone should have to tell what is your H index. G index. Always my friend calls me G. That is not. Then M index. What is your M index? Some number you have to tell it and you have to show with the evidence. Okay. What is your HC index? Then what is your I-10 index? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have got a I-10 Hyundai company car, sir, in my uncle's house. That is not. Then P index, performance index. everyone should have to create account and you should have to take some number. Then only when you go for any appointment, they will consider you as the best and you will be selected. Okay. Now the question is, okay, sir, I am ready, sir. Then what is H index, sir? Right? Shall we make a move? H index. H index means that is developed by George Hirsch. What is the name? H, right? So he has developed this measurement and this is taken into account nowadays in academic and research centers to measure the quality of an author, quality of an academician. Even we people, when we go for promotion, they will ask us. When you go for appointment, they will ask you. When I apply for, Vice Chancellor post, they will ask, what is your H index? What are your citation we have to take? Any post, if you apply in academic institution or research institution, they will ask this question. So that you should understand what is H index. So H index is nothing but it is the quality measure of authors regarding author productivity. What is the meaning of author productivity, sir? Author quality and author productivity. Author productivity, author has produced something. Author produce panara? Ama sir, enakku rendu kulandinga irukanga sir. The production sollala. Right? Author means he has to produce some articles in impact factor level. Impact he has created. For example, as I am an author, I have produced some articles. Right? If I produce some article, what happened? If I write an article means I would have included some review of literatures. In this, I would have included her paper. Right? I would have cited her paper in reference. I would have given the bibliographical information about her paper in the reference with any style, APA or whatever the style. Then, while I writing article, I will take 6 months time. Then I will submit the paper. That paper will take some time to publish and take acceptance. After 6 months, it will be accepted and published. So, already his paper, her paper has been published in the year 2018. Then I referred it. Then I published it. Then that article, as soon as the article has been published, they will go for indexing system by using only references. They will take reference and in HTML, they will run on indexing. In this indexing, who are all the source of main knowledge for this article, they will be given 1 credit. 1 credit, that is known as citation. That is known as citation. So when my article has been published, she will be given 1 citation for that article which I have cited. Right? Understand? 1 citation. So in such a way, for that type of article, 1 article means somebody has received author X has received 33 citation, for example. 33 citation. Now, let me come for, do you understand what is citation? Citation may take a minimum 2 years. Try to understand. Whether you want to receive citation, 1 citation for your paper means it needs at least 1 year. Should be online. Your paper should be online and it takes 1 year for getting citation. To start a citation, what is the formula it is said? You know, the formula it is said that the number of articles as well as the number of citation where either it is equal or greater, that H index starts. Try to understand what is the meaning of that. The number of citation means what happened? Number of article as well as number of citation. Either it is equal or greater. That H index starts. Now, listen. Actually, a member has received one article. It is not public. It is not in the order of publication date according to the number of citation. Try to understand. It is according to the number of citation. Now, 1 article whether he has received only one citation, H index opens. H index 1. Am I right? Are you able to follow me? One article, one citation, H index okay. Number of article, number of citation, either it should be equal or greater. So that is known as H index, according to George H. So this man has received one article, one citation, that is H index 1 there over, H index 1 there. When he goes for the second article with some citation, that article should have received the same number of serial number of the article. Second article, how many citations he should have received? 2 in this article as well as above article. Right? Understand? He should have received 2 citations here as well as here. Above all the articles, either it should be equal or greater in all the above articles. Am I making this clear? So here H index 2 means number of articles and the number of citation. Here it should be 2 and above no problem. 2 and above article also has 2. Above article also has received a minimum of 2 citations or not? H index 2. 3. Third article, when he goes for the third article, that article should have to receive 3 citations as well as the above articles also should have received 3 citations. Right? Yes. Fourth, H index 4. When you go for H index 4, this article should have received 4 citations and also above articles also should have received 4. And fifth articles, while he published in the fifth article has received 5 citations and also has all the articles has 5 citations. Sixth article 6 and also has above also 6. But when you go for 7, what happened? It is only 5. That's why this H index is not 7. Right? If 7 means here also 7, here also 7, and also earlier was 7. So that his H index starts according to number of articles and number of citations, either it is equal or greater. For example, now you can tell me the first article H index is 6 here, and above articles also should have received how many citations? 6. There how many has received? 33. 33 minus 6, how much it would be? 20 is extra for future. 27 is this 6 is in the 4. The 6 is only in the 4. That is called H code. Right? Understand? That is called a H code. Only 6 articles, 6 citations have been taken as a H code. Remaining are extra for future H index improvement. And now the question is that how many total citation he has received? All the numbers, that is total citation. Right? Understand? That person has received total citation maybe 100, but his H index may be 6, 7 or 7. Are you able to follow me? Please try to go on. Last week. What is H index? Can you write it in your exam? What is H index? The same table don't write there. You write you can write. Right? Nara jawana punicha. Dina wana puni ramali sokan by. Are you from Tamil Nadu? Tamil Nadu. 1. How much? Home bashile. Uru kodam tanni utti. Ore Above, right? This is the song play earlier. We know H index earlier in Tamil Nadu. Already we have played a song on this H index already in our Tamil Nadu. That's what they have played the song. You understand? Any H index marakad. Even the same can be calculated by means of Excel also. The same can be calculated. I have just input the same data in here. First article 33, second article 30. I have just put it here. And the 2 columns are taken as a graph, line graph, where x-axis and y-axis crosses, their H index comes as per the, calculation. Try to understand. Now here you can the same data I have input here. I have keyed in here that the same data has been calculated as a line graph. X-axis and Y-axis are crosses in where? 6. That is H index 6. Try to understand. This is another method of calculating of H index. Am I making clear? So this is one type of H index. Now try to understand. Everyone should have to create account. You should say when you go for job interview, they will ask this question: what is your H index? If you don't have 0, sir, then automatically you will not be selected. Try to understand. Another one is G index. What is G index? You know, it is the improved index of H index. Leo Eggy proposed this. He is the man. So actually, he proposed this index, G index. This G index is calculated as scientists at index G. If G is the largest integer, such that is his or her top G papers received together at least G2 citations. This is the definition he has given. Okay, this is the definition. Let me explain in detail now. The same, for example, the author has received more number of citations. In first article, he has received 33. You have taken only 60. What about 27? I am not satisfied. I want more. So the author says that I want more. I want to show more number. So in such a case, another index explain him that the total number of citations are arranged first. For this one paper, he has received a 414 citation. For second paper, 181. So what all the citation he has received in the, he has received against the paper, it has been arranged in decreasing order, and it is given number of papers are giving as a rank 1. Rank 1. Then third column is cumulative number of this citation. 414. 414 plus 181, 595. 595 plus 133, 729. In such a way, cumulative number of all citation he has received, and it has been written here. Third column. Fourth column, rank square. 1. 1 square, 1. 2 square, 4. 3 square, 9. 4, 16. Do you understand how the calculation is started? Puricha, eppadi calculation ஆரம்பிக்கிறாங்கன்னு என்ன ராஜா அவரே நானே படிங்க உட்கார்ந்து என்ன கேள்வி வேற காலத்துக்கு பின்னால படிங்க உட்கார்ந்து புரியுச்சா எப்படி first that's only they are arranging. Still I have not explained G index, how the calculation starts. எப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போறாங்கன்னு பார்க்கலாம். How they starting of the calculation. If you arrange in this order, 41 number of article is 41. Received how many citation? 41. That means H index 41. Try to understand. H index is 41, but he has received more number of citation. So that's why he wants more. That his rank square. Try to understand. Rank square as well as number of articles. So here, sorry, cumulative rank square and cumulative number of citations are equal or greater. Right? Understand? Rank square as well as number of citations, cumulative number of citations are equal. Against of this, rank 1 is considered to be the G index. G index எப்படி calculate பண்ணாங்க தெரியுதா? So G index is calculated inside cumulative number of citations and rank square. According to the rank square cumulative number of citations என்னவா இருக்கணும்? Equal or greater ஆ இருக்கலாம். For example, here 3721, but இங்க குறைஞ்சிச்சு. It's not equal. Lesser. That's why 360, 3621, no problem. It is either equal or greater. Against of this column, you can find this one. Rank 1 is considered to be the G index. This scientist has received a H index how many? 41. But G index improved score. Improved score as 60. So try to understand. Actually, my H index is, for example, 12. My H index is 12, but my G index, when we calculate, it should be above 60 or 70. Somewhat, I can say proudly. Try to understand. I can say proudly. For example, here, let me show you now. There is a software available online. Anybody's in the world can be their H index and G index can be easily calculated. Yeah, sorry, but this is my name, Professor Library and Information Science. Yeah. See, all the results have been taken. What are all the papers I have published? This is called H core rate. My H index is now how many papers I have published? 127 papers. I have received 399 citations. And this year, H index is 12. Right, understand? H index is 12. But G index, it is always improved. Right, understand? And this H says H core. They are not in core rate. Right, understand? What I have told you that core rate. That H core means it will be these articles only taken into consideration of HA and others are not taken into the consideration of HA, but they will be considered for G. Right? So my normalization is 8A and annually I am improving with 0.42 level square. Annually, my improvement score is 0.42 like this, it is improving. For example, even why these things are? Because I want to live forever. Why these scores are that? I want to live forever. Now, up to the world is that I want to live in this world. Why? How can is it possible, sir? Let me show you how is it possible. Who is that? Where is he? Where is he? He is living. How he is living? How many citation he has received today? Up to date. This much of citation. What is H index? His H index 118. I-10 index that we are going to study next day. 389 I-10 index. Do you understand or not? Once you have created, if you type Google Scholar citation of my name, it will show like this. Automatically in Google, anybody in the world, that is called world visibility. World visibility. At the time of scrutinizing your application, they will just type on online. They will check it. They will never see your data. They will never see your data. It will be online. Yes. Crash check. Right. In such a way, your paper will be, accepted. Try to understand. Anybody in the world, any person, those who are all in the publishing activity properly, whether they are maintaining properly, they will do it. In such a case, so do you want to live happily in this world or not? What do you think? ஏதோ முடிச்சிட்டு ஒரு கல்யாணத்தை பண்ணி வச்சா நான் போய் நிம்மதியா இருப்பேன். இது எல்லாம் வேணுமா நமக்கு? See, Einstein கதை அவருடைய scholars, somebody has created and they are updating. அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய ரிசர்ச் சென்டர்ல இருந்து ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டே இருக்காங்க. Okay, anybody we can. Sorry, let me show you that. Just online. Yes, I clicked online. My name has come. Am I right? I am the person. Right? This much of H index 12, height and index 16. So that what happened, this is what expected from everybody. This was expected. So why this type of classes are organized? Why this type of, things are given to you means you want to create from the, this is the beginning. When you start working on that, in future, you may think that, yeah, I have started the work in this area, in this year onwards, then now I am improving myself so that I can measure. So what all the things I have got, all the things, it can be seen by anybody else in the world, disability. Try to understand? So in such a case, this is what G index is improved score. Am I right? Now, next, what are the other indexes? Another one is M index. M index actually takes difference in carrier length into account. Carrier length. For example, I have been, I have completed 24 years of service. In this long, service, how many impact I have, how much of impact I have created, that is M index. Now, by dividing your H index by the number of years that you have been publishing. So, for example, HA 26 for the person, and how many years he has there in the service? 12, and 26 by 12. What is his M index? 2.17. Right? Understand? 2. In this long career, what happened? Sometimes the people will be publishing one particular year a lot. Another 2 years, he will not do anything at all. So automatically M index will go down. But H index will not go down. Once it is created, it will remain forever. The G index will remain forever. But this will go ups and down according to the years of service. Right? Understand? So that M index is another measure to know your improvement year by year. And another one is HC index. It weights newer articles more heavily than older articles. What happened? Old articles can receive more number of citations. It is understood. But do you get any new citation for your new article? Current. What is the impact in the current position? To know your current value, importance. So try to understand. Nobel Prize is given according to this measure only. Enna prize? No Prize. Nobel Prize. Right? So recently there was a, there was a result by Stanford University. Top 2% of scientists. Top 2% scientists in every field has been taken, and it was published by Stanford University. Who does it? This is the method. In the calculation, this calculation only did it. So this is the calculation. We did it. So that whether you know all those things, we can calculate all those things. So HC index weights newer articles more heavily than older articles, so that article lost their value over time. So what happened? Articles may lose their time. So that this allows a clear picture of more recent levels of productivity and impact. That is known as HC index. Then comes I10 index. I10 index is given by Google Scholar. Now you might have seen that. I10 index, that means how many citations that a person has, an article has received minimum of 10. Minimum of 10. For example, a person has received first article 20, here I10 10. This second article 18, I10 20, sorry, I10 2, 3, above 6, 10, 16, 4, 12, 5, 10. So, but sixth article he has received only 9 citations. So that how many article he has received minimum of 10 citation is known as I10 index. So that this person I10 index is 5. Okay. So even you can ask, you can find out anybody's H index on online. Another one is performance index, P index. What is P index? P index is again overall data. I want more score. So here the scientist here, for example, 2020, that person has received how many citation? 439. And total publication he has published 37. Because H score, only H score has taken into count in H index. but others are not taken. But here, overall, all the citations are taken into account. So that formula, citation square divided by P, publication, whole square 1 by 3. Whole square of 1 by 3. Here, citation square 439, this amount. Number of articles he has published 37. Now, citation square, this amount, the number of articles. So, he has received this 5208, which power of 1 by 3, how many? P index 17.33 is the performance index. What about the performance? In research centers say they will give increment only according to this performance rate. You have not shown anything, but I want incremented. Right? If you want increment, if you want development, if you want to, get more salary, means show your performance. So according to your performance only, we will be given. Okay, sir. These are all the metrics. What are the metrics I have told you to come on? So tell me. H index A, G index A, M index A, item index A, or index HC index, right? HC index. Okay. Now journal level metrics. This is author level metrics we discussed. Now journal level metrics. What are the journal level metrics? One is journal impact factor, JIF. I told you that. Previous 2 years citation divided by previous 2 years number of publication. So that is known as JIF. Another one is site score. Calculates the average number of citations received in the calendar year by all items published in the journal in preceding 3 years. That is known as site score value. Another one is Egan factor. Egan factor score calculation is based on the number of times articles from the journals published in the past 5 years have been cited in the JCR year, but it is also considered which journal have contributed this citation, so that highly cited journals will influence the network more than lesser cited journals are compared. Egan factor value in that particular field, right? What is the position of that journal are calculated with the uncited journals. So this is one. One is journal impact factor, another one is site score, another one is Egan factor. Then normalized Egan factor is another method. Another calculation for journals, normalized Egan factor. Then H5 index. This is also, this metric is based on the articles published by a journal over 5 calendar years. As I told you, 2 years, 3 years. When you take as a 5, that is H5 index. H is the largest number of articles that have each been cited H times, as I told you that. Then a journal with an H5 index of 43 has been published within 5-year period. 43 articles that have 43 or more citations. As you know, 43 articles, 43 citation. For 5 years it has been taken into account. For 5 years. That is H5 for journal. H for author. H for authors. And another one is IPP, impact per publication. Another one is journal cited half-life and journal immediacy index. So these are all the other indexes. I don't want to go in depth. Just note down the headings and go and read at your own. You can understand very easily. Then Scimago journal rank. As I told you, in Scopus, right? This is journal ranking. Then yes, SNP value. Source normalized the impact per paper. On the day itself, I have shown you with the calculation, right? Then institution level indicators. If you work in any institution, that institution has some metrics. One is academic ranking of world universities, ARW, then CWS Leiden ranking, US World University ranking. Our university has been ranked. We have got some rank also. Then Scimago institution ranking, Scimago lab ranking, the world university ranking, Rubometric ranking of the world universities. So these are all the institutional ranking. Okay, now come to the point. ID. What all the IDs are needed? Right? IDs means first step. For if you want to maintain these accounts properly, means you need ID. One is researcher ID. What is that? Researcher ID. Researcher ID, if you have researcher ID, the researcher ID is given by Web of Science. You can create researcher ID in Web of Science. You can create researcher ID in Web of Science. But what it is, that is the model. Researcher ID means this is the ID. This is the ID, Web of Science Researcher ID. For every individual, those who are engaged in the publication activity, whether you have publication in Web of Science, you can create Researcher ID. Researcher ID is a type of green card. If you say that I have Researcher ID with impact, you will be considered when compared to others. So Researcher ID can be created only a person who has publication in Web of Science. So this is the model. Whether you want to create the Researcher ID, simply in Google type Researcher ID. It will take you to this site Publon. It will take you to the site Publon, and which the form will be there. You have to fill all the forms. But after that, it will ask one column here like this, import from Web of Science. Whatever the articles you are publishing, your publication, import from Web of Science first. It will ask you. Web of Science, if you have published it, it will ask you to import from Web of Science. If you have imported, then after 24 hours, this number will be given. This number M-6214-2016. Research ID will created in the year 2016. If you create this year, it will give 2021 like that. This is our Honorable Vice Chancellor's Researcher ID. So in which you can find that how many publication, 160 publication, total number of citation he has received this much. H-index today 46. 46 means 46 article has received 46 citation in all the articles. That means only in Web of Science. That H-index will vary from database to database. Web of Science H-index will be different. Scopus H-index will be different because Web of Science will take only the journals covered in Web of Science. Scopus will count only the journals covered in Scopus. So Researcher ID is a fabulous one. If you have Researcher ID, surely you can go anywhere and say proudly, taking your collar high, otherwise your chudidar high, and tell, I have to be given the job. Try to understand. Okay. Second ID you have to create is RCD ID. RCD is nothing but Open Researcher Contributor ID. Open Researcher Contributor ID. Right? Because the authors have problem in their naming for giving citation. Right? What is your name, madam? My name. Adodia. Anuradhi, yeah. Anuradhi in one paper. One paper she has written Anuradhi. In another paper, Anu Gap Radhi. The system will take Anuradhi is one author, jointly, Anu Radhi separate, another author. So that the citation will split it. That's why there is an author ID in publication. This is what this number. RCD ID, Open Researcher and Contributor ID. Actually, it is international standard name identifier. Once it has been given, your name will be only if you write any different name, but you will be considered the number only. So that all the citation will come to that number. That number is yours, and you will be given the credit in one account pay. That is RC. See, while you go for just it is very easy. There is no need of any other extra. Only in Google type RCD. It will take you to this page. Only the things you have to click on this number one, register. Then it will ask you about your details, name and other things, mail ID. Once you have created, it will give, this is the, number. Just like Aadhaar number 4000-00. Instead of Aadhaar ID number, the same way this. Now try to understand. This is the last year what they have said. Any author wants to publish paper bill, they should have to get RCD ID. Otherwise, in future they cannot go for publication. In standard journals, they will ask RCD ID. So in which you have to give your RCD ID. Automatically, your ID will be linked with RCD, and all the publication will be properly given citations. Try to understand. So this is the RCD ID one model. So second ID you have to create. What is the first ID? Researcher ID. Then next RCD ID. Next one is Scopus ID. You should have Scopus ID. In the department. Botany. Botany paper What is that? What is the The main contributor of this university, one is chemistry. First topmost. Another one is biochemistry. Biochemistry is the next topmost. Next, physics. Third one is physics. And the next one is botany. So they are the main contributors of our university. I will show you that. Contributions so that we can see, you may have wider opportunity. So that this lecture actually to reach science people will be more useful. So that everyone should have, once you publish at least one paper in Scopus, automatically ID will be given. You need not create. Scopus ID will be given by Scopus themselves, and you need not create. It will be given by Scopus. It is like a green card. If you have Scopus ID, now while you publish your, otherwise while you make visiting card. In the visiting card, your name, right? Qualification. Thereafter, you should have all the IDs number. That is must. If you go foreign, foreign authors and eminent people, so eminent scientists, they will have only these IDs only in that. Because while I click on the ID, automatically all the matters will be seen there. What about my performance will be shown there? That's why this is needed. So Scopus ID, for example, this is the Scopus ID of our Vice Chancellor. See how many documents, how many publications in Scopus? 10,330. There 9,000. Here improved. HDX is 47. And ID number. Where is the ID, sir? Here after equal 700,66,96,144. That is ID. After equal sign, you can find that after equal sign, the number is that this is the ID of an individual. Scopus ID. Okay, so we have to create Scopus ID file. Right, these IDs are needed rather than university ID. Right, because you want to be visible, you are the global level student, not only university level student. If you think that I am worthwhile among this global, if you see fit, so you have to create these IDs, right? Another one is free ID, Google Scholar ID, right? Google Scholar ID is actually this is free. You can create this one, Google Scholar ID. If you have Gmail account, you can create. Create Google Scholar. How to create that? Simply, it has a lot of options. If you have Gmail account, simply go to this one in Gmail. You click on this, you will find this page. Click on more, right? And click again, this will come. Again, click on even more from Google. Even more from Google. And click now, it will take you to all products page. It will take you to all products page like this. Right? Then you can find our Annamalai Chettiar in which this is our Annamalai Chettiar property. Right? The same way you can find that in the Scholar. Right? The Scholar will be there. If you click on this, automatically ID will be created. They will ask you. some information regarding your bibliographical information. But one thing, it will ask you to give institutional mail ID. One column will come, it will ask you to give institutional mail ID. You need not worry about it. Simply, Vaishnavi, for example, institutional mail ID, how to create fake institutional mail ID. Right? Vaishnavi dot that your initial at annamalai.university.ac.in. Over. How? Name dot your initial at annamalai.university.ac.in. Over. Institutional mail ID is ready, but it will not active unless you give. Why it is, if you create this institutional mail ID like this, only the things, if you have proper institutional mail ID, your activation link will go to that institutional mail ID. There you have to click it. Otherwise, it will show no verified email. That's all. Only the column. But Google Scholar will be created. Try to understand. Scholar account will be created. Only the top it has been given. No verified email. That's all. What is going on? That no problem at all. Because once you are appointed in any research center, they will give institutional mail ID thereafter. There you can update at the time. Try to understand. So that if you go here, if you have already published any article, if it is available online, it will show with your name, Vaishnavi. This publication is the publication Vaishnavi of yours or some other Vaishnavi. If it is really your publication, if you just click on that, it will automatically bring to your account like this. Automatically your paper will come like this. The name of the paper will be here. If you have received citation, it will come here like this. Right? The same. Our Vice Chancellor Google Scholar citation, this much of citation, H index is 53 in it. Do you understand now? H index will vary from database to database. Am I right? Web of Science different, Scopus different, Google Scholar different. Why it is so? According to the coverage of the journals in that particular indexing database. It may vary. Okay. So that is one thing. Google Scholar ID. Another one is ResearchGate. ResearchGate account. ResearchGate has a speciality. In Google Scholar, you cannot upload a paper. You can upload only bibliographical information, title, name, author, in such a way only you can. But if you want to take your paper online, by chance, if you have published one paper in print journal, right, understand, you want to take it to online because that fellow has not taken online. At the time, what you have to do, you can scan it. You can scan full paper and make a one PDF. Make it one PDF and upload in ResearchGate. You can receive citation automatically. Those who are the people will look at it and you can receive citation. So that's why to make your publication, even you can in future, if you have maintained this account, even you can upload your thesis also online through ResearchGate. You can upload book. You can upload book chapters. Right? Understand? I will show you here. Your mail ID is open, sir. Your mail ID is open. Okay. You visit later, sir. Right, okay. என்னோட email open பண்ணலாமா? email open பண்ணலாம். First. So this actually this is my ResearchGate account. Okay, here what all the things are there in this? What is the specialty of that? This is my ResearchGate account in which I can find that the statistics. For example, you can find that. So how many, what is the research score interest? How many citations I have received in ResearchGate? What is the recommendation? How many people have read my paper? 27,611 people have read my paper. And among what is the improvement of this? How many reads? How many? These are the things shown here. Further, how many scores I have received? For example, this is my ResearchGate score. H index year 611. Right from this year 6. So this in such a way, all the things are there. How many publications I have? Overview. If I go for overview, all the publication details will be there. And I can group, ResearchGate is a group. We may have followers in our accounts. How many people are following me? All those things can be seen. So here I have uploaded 127 research publication, one project in such a way, right? So these are all the followers of mine, right? These are all the followers and top co-authors of mine. In such a way it has been given. What is special with, you know, here add new. I can new, for example, published research main. I can upload article, book, chapter, code, conference paper, cover page, everything I can upload. Am I right? Online. Because I have been given free space on cloud. If you have an account in ResearchGate, you can upload all the details of yours. And even otherwise, you can, this one, even preprint, project, so that you may have an option to upload all the details, all the things in soft copy. That is a block of Google Scholar. Try to understand, it is a block of the Google Scholar. So that in Google Scholar, we cannot upload a whole article, PDF we cannot upload, but here we can upload all our PDF and a soft copy. So that's why we may have an option to go for which one? ResearchGate is another account we have to create. Am I making this clear? So ResearchGate ID is another one name, but in this ResearchGate, institutional mail ID will be asked. At that time, you should request your guide to give his institutional mail ID. And he will give and ask him to activate the account from his account with institutional account. Once he has activated, right? Once he activated, like this, you can join free. Simply Google Scholar, try ResearchGate, it will ask join for free. Is it or not? Free means we are very happy. Am I right or not? You buy one chicken, egg is free. You buy one sari, another sari is free. Is it not? Some universities also saying that if you get degree, diploma is free. You know, one doctor says that if you get to operation in our hospital, postmortem is free. So in such a way, everywhere free, right? If you join for free, and you can, it is very free. You can join. Only the thing, institutional mail ID, get assistance from your ResearchGate, but don't tell that I have told. Okay, they will come and ask me. So this is my model. I have told you that. Another one is which one? InflipNet. This is expert database. InflipNet is the expert database in which you can create ID, InflipNet ID, Vidwan ID. That is called Vidwan ID, right? So Vidwan, if you go Vidwan ID like this, it will be like this. Vidwan. If you type Vidwan, it will come. The page will be like this. Vidwan, in which you have to go for registration. If you type registration, you will ask, do you want to be the login as expert, login as nodal officer? As I am in the university, I am the nodal officer for this Vidwan, so that I can have both of the options. Login as nodal officer, login as a which one? Expert. You can go with the expert, right? So here, for example, let me show you how it would be. Just to type Vidwan. Yeah, Vidwan portal, Vidwan. Like this, it has been there. See, login as expert means we can go with the login as experts. So actually, I forgot about my original ID. I have written that, but I have nodal officer ID. It is there. So nodal officer means, so I have all the details about our university details, full details, so that if you are the nodal officer, you can understand who are all the people are there in the when with one we can find out. So how it would be, how can we find out? Otherwise, I will show you here. Through this only we have created IRINS database. This is IRINS database. Let me show you how it will be. Yeah, this is the database created by the library for all the teaching staff of our university through Vidwan MHRD profile. So here you can find that. As I told you that the topmost is there. Here you can find all the university, all the departments H index, all the department H index. Here Department of Chemistry, you can find the Department of Chemistry. Yeah, Department of Chemistry H index is 41. Right, Department of Chemistry H index 41. The citation, public, all the details are there. Right. If you want to find out, for example, here Department of Chemistry. Department of Chemistry. Yes. For example, here we can find this profile. We understand that now. All the IDs I have told you that RCD ID, Scopus ID, Researcher ID, then this one, Google Scholar ID. Having this only, we can create expert database. For example, if I want to know about him, I just click on Scopus ID only. Once ID is created, full data about of that particular teacher has come on screen straight away. See, this is the, particular authors whose I have clicked it. Here I come. How many publication? What is the H index? What is that? All the details have come. Right? Again, it is available online. You can just type annamaluniversity.irns.org in link page. Automatically, you can see also. You can download their papers. This is a researcher ID of individual, Google Scholar ID. Okay, and even we can go for this one. Another department, for example, biochemistry. Department of Biochemistry. Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology. Whom do you want? Shall I go with this? First one. So what are their calculation? What is the H index? Right? All the details about of individual can be taken. Okay. Now this is what? All the IDs of this one. If I click on that particular, for example, researcher ID. If I click on researcher ID, I will find what is the researcher, researcher ID account in their profile. So 95 publication, this much of citation, H index is 31 for that madam. Is it? So in such a way, your name should be there, right? Your name should be there. Actually, you can improve yourself also for that. For everybody, we have created this one. Try to understand. This is one database, free database for researchers database. That is known as Indian IRINS means Indian Research Information Network System. So they are all through Vidwan only we have taken them. Through Vidwan only we have taken them. So that if you want to be there, a member in Vidwan, you can join. Thereafter, where the institution in which you are going to work, there they will take into consideration. Apart from, we have developed one more, database for our this purpose. One more database, research database. For our university. Yeah, up to that, if you have any doubts, you will ask me. Otherwise, before that, before it is online, you can just ask me any question if you have doubt. If you have doubt, you can ask me, sir. Anybody else? So we are going to conclude the lecture now. You can upload the paper the same. Whatever the case in the Web of Science, the same paper is uploaded in Google Scholar because the same, articles are the same. But Web of Science will take only their article. Web of Science will take only their article. Scopus will consider only their articles. Correct. So it's not sure. Right. Any other doubts, sir? Anything else? Stop. Do you have any doubts? No doubt at all. Huh? There is no doubt at all. All the things are very clear. Huh? How many indexes I have told you? Come on.